So let's sort of do like a little roll call and make sure everybody can hear me. Lauren, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Emily?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who 204013 is.
That's me, Sam.
Okay. And then 205020.
That's me, Kerrigan.
Okay. And then Corinne, hear me?
Yep.
Okay. And then 10208.
Samantha.
Okay. And then Abby.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Chloe.
Yep.
Ella.
Yeah.
A lot of numbers. Then Riley.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah. Sarah, hear me? Maybe. No. Harvier.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna record this as well, just so that if anybody didn't get on here, and here's Abigail. Better get connected here. Abigail, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as I was saying, we're going to record this just so if anybody else wants to jump on and watch it later, they can. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the testing situation. Aubrey, you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a website here, as you guys can see. You guys can see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a website now on the College Board. If you go to AP Students on the College Board, there's this section for the AP students affected by the coronavirus, which obviously includes pretty much everybody now. But you would see, and a lot of you guys got the notification already, but you'll see here that they are developing a 45-minute online free response exam. So a lot of people are sort of curious as to what that means. I see this, and I think that it's going to be a 45-minute FRQ, which means that the exam will just consist of probably two FRQ questions, and they want to eliminate the possibility of cheating. So they've sort of gotten rid of the multiple choice portion, and it looks like they're going to be going to just free response questions. We don't know the exact date that's going to happen, but they're going to give out more information on April 3rd. So pay attention on April 3rd. That's next week, I believe. They're going to be posting a little bit more information about this, what it's actually going to look like. So for us, I'm going to assume at this point, that we're probably not going to go back to school, which is a really big bummer. So this is going to be sort of their option as to what we're going to be doing. The other thing that we are going to miss, but the College Board has prepared, is our review. Essentially, we will finish you guys your assignment that you're doing that's due on Friday. That is essentially the end of the course. The stuff on climate change and acid rain and stuff like that. So make sure no more. Okay. And then we were supposed to come back from spring break and review, and then take our Unit 10 test, and then just review for the exam. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like as we get closer to the end of spring break. We'll get a little bit more clarity as to whether or not we're going to be coming back. If we're not going to be coming back, that Unit 10 exam will probably be something online that you guys will just take at home online. same as the FRQ. And then your final exam will probably have to be delivered that way as well. But your final exam wasn't a formative response. It was just a multiple choice test. So those details will come a little bit closer to the end of spring break as to what we're going to do about our Unit 10 and our final exam. But the College Board has constructed these reviews. So the reason why I wanted to have this meeting today and tomorrow was because I wanted you guys to be able to see that beginning on March 25th, which is Wednesday, they're going to be doing live AP review courses. They're for an hour and 40, I think maybe 45 minutes. Anyways, if you go down here and you scroll through all the AP tests, there's one for every AP test. When you go to AP Environmental Science, you'll see that for 45 minutes each day, they'll be doing a live review session from the College Board, from teachers at the College Board, and they'll be going through each one of these topics every single day leading up to what would be the test. So you have the option of going through these reviews. I know that 1 to 1:45 is not might not be the perfect time for some of you guys. So they will record them so that you can watch them on your own time. So those resources are available to you. This is just the first 3. And then the following week, starting on the 30th, they'll start going through, and they'll basically go through the entire exam. Now, one thing also to note about the AP Environmental Science exam is that it's only going to cover units 1 through 7, which doesn't really mean anything to you because I don't go through the course the way that the AP Environmental Science committee designed the course over the past summer. I just taught it the way that I taught it last year. So you guys already have all of the material. But what we're going to do, once we figure out a more concrete sort of situation for the future, we'll sort of hammer out when your Unit 10 test will be, when your final exam will be. And then I'll also be hosting live review sessions and then going through more specifically what information you are responsible for on the test. Taking out units 8 and 9. So I wanted just to go through that with you guys. More information is going to be out again on April 3rd, so pay attention to that. I don't know if you get email notifications from College Board or not, but you can visit the AP Students page here, and they will have more information on April 3rd. I would assume around that time too, Noblesville schools will probably issue some sort of statement as to what we're going to be doing about testing. Right now, they've said that we're going to have 3-day weeks after spring break. So starting on April 13th, that week of April 13th, it'll be just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They have not said whether they're going to be black days or gold days or alternate or what we're going to do. The state has said that no schools can return till at least May 1st. I'm going to guess that we're probably done for the semester. But until we get more information about that, I just wanted to let you know because the review sessions start this Wednesday, and if you wanted to check that out, you can. They're 45 minutes each day, and if you can't make it to the live sessions, they are going to record them so that you can watch them back later. Does anybody have any questions? I feel like I'm missing something. Do you have any questions?
How do you get on the live?
On the live on here?
Review sessions, yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't. I'm going to assume that you would go here and probably sometime today or tomorrow they will make these like active links
Okay.
where you can get to them. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. This is a first for everyone involved. This is not something that this magnitude hasn't happened in pretty much anyone's lifetime. So, everyone's sort of going through this, for the first time. One thing I did want to mention too, the College Board said that AP exams are optional. So if you decide I just don't want to take it, you're not penalized, and any money that you paid, you'll get back for free. So now what that means as far as your credit, I know that taking the AP test is required for you to earn the 5.0, that the honors credit. I would assume that would be waived because of the situation. I'm going to reach out to administration just to confirm that, but I would assume that the College Board has made the AP tests optional, and any money that you paid, you get back. So if you don't want to do this, it's 45 minutes, and I have no idea how they're going to score it. There's no scoring curve or system for. What is a 5 or a 4 when you're only given 2 FRQs? I have no idea. But if you pass the test, you can get credit, and the colleges have already agreed that this is going to be okay. The college will still accept if you pass the AP test as course credit. But I wanted to let you know that is optional, and so I don't. I read this several days ago when they put it out, but I don't see anything as far as below our course schedules. We'll be adding more soon. Anything else? I don't know how you would get on there. I guess I would assume that these would be like live links as the time gets closer. Any other questions?
If we do go back to school on May 1st, then would we just take the normal test?
There is a test for like a makeup test time frame. I would assume that if we were to go back on May 1st or whatever, which I highly doubt, but if we were to go back on May 1st, they wouldn't, because the AP tests start like 3 days later or something like that. Is May 1st a Friday or Saturday? I don't even know. I know that the first test is on May 4th. So I would assume that they're not going to start testing 3 days after we return. There is a late, or like a makeup time, which is more towards the end of May. So I would say that would be the earliest. If we were to go back to school, that would be the earliest actual AP test that we would do.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to assume, and that this is going to be, we're not coming back, and that we're going to have to wait till April 3rd to figure out the exact test dates and everything like that. And you'll just hop on to an iPad or a computer during a set time and find a really quiet place. A lot of people are really upset about this because not everyone has access to iPads or computers or being online. There's a lot of people that are upset and how this is going. People that are in areas where, poor demographics aren't going to have the ability to do something like this, and maybe not even find a quiet place even if they do. So I don't know. You're going to see on April 3rd a little bit more definitive sort of directions as to what's exactly going to happen. And hopefully somewhere around there, I know closer to the end of spring break, we'll know what our district's going to be doing going forward. And maybe whatever happens, to the state government and the governor's sort of wishes, I guess, but I wanted to just catch you guys. I know it's a lot of questions still up in the air, but I wanted to just let you know that these review sessions will be going on. And if you can't make it to between 1 and 1:45, they are recorded, so you can go back and watch them. Any other questions? How's everybody doing? Never thought you'd miss school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm losing my
Yeah, it's. I mean, I have 3 kids, 5 and under, so it's hard to keep them, entertained, and you can't go anywhere. We're trying to do walks around the neighborhood, and people are getting really creative with some of the things that they're doing with their kids, and I can't imagine, especially being in high school, you can't go like hang out with friends, and I don't know. I mean, you're gonna remember this. You're gonna be. I was the coronavirus class. It was like, for me, I was a senior during 9/11, so our yearbook was just covered with 9/11 and planes attacking, and that was like defined my senior year. And some of you guys who are seniors, I mean, this is going to define your senior year. It's a very unique situation, and I hope, I hope that those of you who are seniors get to at least have some form of a graduation. I know they already canceled prom, so hopefully you guys have some sense of a celebration when you guys graduate. But so how are the labs going? Are the labs okay to do and complete? I know a lot of you have already turned them in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was so upset that the plant, I went to take the plant with me, and then I left it there, and I was like, no, I can't. They shut it down, like, do not go in there under any circumstance. I'm like, no, the plant's in there. I need to go get it. So I did post the picture of the plant. Some of you had already completed the lab already. If you want to go back to that cycle, the plant pic is now there, so you can actually see what it looks like after I killed it. So hopefully those labs were good. Hopefully it's not too much. That was the only question I had is it too much, with all the other classes going on? Is you guys gonna be overwhelmed with all the things that are going on, all the new things, and getting on and watching lectures, and how's that going?
I think it's pretty good. I don't feel like it's too much by any means.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just having the motivation to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I had to set alarms on my phone for like when the classes are, because I completely
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just hard to like be in your house and do it all. Like I remember thinking when this first happened, I was like, oh, well, maybe I could just like go to the library or something. But
Yeah.
you just have to stay in one place.
Yep. Well, and I'm like, this is like our office. There's like I got a treadmill behind me, and it's just, it's weird for everyone. But I wanted to make sure you guys are still getting as much as we can get, out of this class. I think it's really important, and I'm really bummed that if we end up not going back to school, seeing all you guys and seeing, especially the seniors, and seeing you guys before you take off. But there'll be a few more of these live. I'm doing another live thing tomorrow for essentially my Black Day classes. But I mean, for the other half, there is, I think, 14 in here. Well, 15 including myself, so 14. So the other 15, I'm assuming, will get on tomorrow. And then we'll probably have, once we get, like I said, more, probably around the end of spring break, I'll probably send out an announcement again. Seemed as though the announcement thing worked you guys got the message. But sending out another announcement once the College Board gets a little bit more defined look at the testing situation, and then we'll talk about where we're going to go from there. How are we going to do our unit tests? How are we going to do our final exam? And ultimately, how are you actually going to take the AP test? So if that's what you still want to do, I'm assuming everybody would want to take the AP test. It's 45 minutes. It's online. So it's 2 FRQs essentially, and you can get college credit if you pass it. So I would seem to, be a no-brainer, as most of you, or all of you, I should say, only paid $7 to take the class or take the AP test. So, okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. You have a chapter quiz that's due this week. You have the lab. The first lab is due today. And by tonight, the sources of CO2. The sources of CO2, man, I'm really bummed about, because that's the one we get outside and test each other's cars, and like it just sucks. I caught Miss Shotwell on the way out, and I said, "Can I borrow your Jeep?" Not borrow it, but I had her start up the car so I could collect the CO2 out of her Jeep. So that lab is due on the 25th, and then you have your distance learning assignments or activities, whatever, due on that Friday. And then that's it. And you guys I know it seems weird to say you're off for spring break. I feel like it's just an extension of what we've been going through. You just won't have any classes, which is probably going to make it, I don't know, probably more boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is going to be, it's not fun. It's not fun, but we're going to get through it. And if I can be of any help, if you have any questions on anything, or I think sometimes these little online things are just nice to actually talk to people, just converse with somebody other than the people I live with. It's nice. So I think my wife was playing Cards Against Humanity with several of her friends, like online. They have like an online version of Cards Against Humanity, and so she was playing like remotely playing the game. So that's the way we've been functioning lately. So thank you guys. Any last questions? Nothing? Okay, let me know if you have any questions on the labs. Send me a message, email me, whatever you need if you have any questions on anything. And then I'll be in touch probably sometime in around April 3rd, 4th, 5th-ish. I'll be in touch there about the AP test, more information about the AP test. So you guys have a good Monday, all right?
Thank you.
You too.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
All right.